Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, my name is Michelle, and please consider subscribing so you can help me support my channel and grow my channel. And if you're not new here, welcome back. And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, please. So guys, I know it's been a minute since I was last here on YouTube, and I've missed being here, I've missed the space. I was just going through a hard time with things I won't mention, but yeah, we are back and we're ready to do this. So yesterday celebrated my 28th birthday, and these are some flowers my partner surprised me with. If you don't know, my partner and I are in a long distance relationship, and that's so hard. Honestly, it's so hard. I can't wait for the day that we won't be stressing about long distance and time difference, and we're just gonna be together. Yeah. So yesterday I made a meal. It was so yummy, it was so good, and I was actually supposed to do a mukbang, and then I ended up eating at around like 9, and I was recording that because I wanted to do this video yesterday. But halfway through, the lights got so bad. Even right now, it's actually raining and the lights are dim. So I just hope mtaweza tu kunielewa. I need to get more lights so that I don't have such situations. But yeah, so yesterday I started the mukbang and I talked for like a couple of minutes. So right now I'm actually thinking if I want to just keep that video or not. But yeah, I'll decide, or maybe I can include it in the next vlog that I do. Yeah guys, sorry about that. A call was coming in and yeah, I had to pick it fast. So yeah, I was saying I actually did this video yesterday, but then I didn't get to finish it. The lights got so bad and that really ruined my mood. I was like, you know what, we'll try again tomorrow. So tomorrow is here and we're finally doing this. Today I'm not doing like a mukbang per se, but yeah, I still have my drink from yesterday. I recorded how I made this and I'm gonna show you, but today it's like a watered down version because I've been putting ice cubes in this drink so many times today because I made it today, and at this point it's mostly just cold water and gin and orange, lemon, and the rim has lemon and sugar. Yeah, but it's still so yummy. And then I have my birthday cake. My girlfriend also surprised me with this yesterday. I have cake. I've put ice cream on top and then a piece of chocolate. Yeah, I've eaten half of the cake already and this is my second serving. So yeah, so I'm gonna have this. I was supposed to write, but this phone is already hanging, so I think I'll just do a short video and as I arrange my bouquet, because I want to put these flowers in water so that they can bloom and they can stay a while. So guys, Josie on 24th night, I actually picked out some flowers around my place, like random flowers. Zingine tu ni plants, these ones. And then I didn't put them in water, so they shrank, and by the time I was putting them in water, they were already a gone case. Imagine these are sunflowers and the way they died. Like, yeah, so this is what I had. I actually have pictures and I'm doing a whole TikTok on that, so I'll also include the videos here on YouTube on my next vlog. I feel like my next vlog might be a bit chaotic because it's gonna have random clips of my sister and I going to KMC, and then me doing this birthday thing and just some random clips. Yeah, and part of the reason why I was doing a mukbang yesterday is because I wanted to tell you guys about my business. I've started a new business. It's a cooking business, and I'm gonna insert the clip from the video from yesterday to tell you more about that. Yeah, so let's get this started. Guys, so a few minutes ago, I was actually trying to connect my microphone. Tell me why they're not working. Tell me why they're not working. So I hope you can hear me. Yeah. And yeah guys, so I just turned 28. I've been feeling so many things about it. I've been happy, I've been anxious. I feel like the whole of last year, maybe the first half of last year, I was going through like a midlife crisis. I didn't know you could get a midlife crisis at 28 or 27 at that time. But it happened to me, like I was feeling so lost in terms of my career. I was so depressed at where I was. I didn't really know what direction I wanted my life to go. Like I was just feeling so many things, and yeah. So anyway, I put up a post on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. I put up a story and I was like, hey guys, I'm planning to do this video. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask me? So we can reflect on them when I do this video. And I got a few questions, and yeah, maybe we'll just start on those. I want to record this video. I don't even want to edit it, so this might be going up just as it is, not edited. So yeah, it might be a really short video. I just want to tell you guys that I'm back and I'm really happy to be back, and I have so much content coming up. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Guys, my baby got me these flowers and cake and wine and chocolate and other things. Hey guys, I cried yesterday. I was so happy. I didn't know she was gonna surprise me. So guys, when you put flowers in vases, do you usually keep the green part? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe not most of it, right? You know what? I'll split them. I'll put some in. I'll keep some and then I'll leave others. Guys, this cake is so yummy, especially when you put like the ice cream. It's so good. Yeah, so let's start. As I said, this video is gonna be really short, so yeah. The first person wanted me to talk about rejection. Have you ever come across it? Eagerly waiting for the video. Rejection. In my 28 years of living, let me tell you, rejection is it's part of life. I've come to understand that rejection is part of life, and it could be from a romantic interest, it could be from jobs, from things you've applied for, and I feel like with rejection, there's no getting used to it. Rejection hurts, and it hurts so much. And if you haven't learned to not make it personal, which is hard in itself, I still haven't learned not to make it personal most times. It hurts, I don't feel like there's anyone who can say they are used to rejection. You might be used to hearing the no, but the heart is still the same, It's just that I feel like as I've gotten older, I've gotten really good with rejection. Kitambo, when I used to get rejected for whatever instance we are talking about rejection, especially the romantic ones or the ones which would they would tear me apart. Hey. I would question myself. I would be like, guy, I'm not good enough, but no, I was just looking for the wrong people, for unhealthy people, emotionally unavailable people, nonchalant people. Nowadays, when I look back at the people I used to be attracted to, Kitambo, but we are talking about Kitambo when I was a teenager and before I developed my frontal lobe. So does it really count? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, so Kitambo, when I used to get rejected, especially by romantic partners, that thing would crush me. I would internalize it. I'd be like, guy, I'm not enough. kwani mi nakaaje, like nini, am I gonna be with someone who ever thinks like I'm just enough, blah blah blah. And it took me years, and it took a lot of self-work to realize that I wasn't the problem, you know, and neither was the other person. Sometimes it's just not meant to be, and that's okay. And right now I would much rather someone tell me like, okay, it doesn't matter now because now I'm in like a long-term relationship, but back then I would still rather someone to reject me than to carry me for the ride, and they know very well we're not going to the same destination, you know. Yeah, so I feel like rejection is not something you ever get used to. You just get used, it gets easier to cope with. And also as you grow older, you just understand that sometimes it's really not about you, and even if it's about like you, or you know, something maybe that, you know, you have that maybe a quality that you have that the other party, whether it's romantic, whether it's professional, maybe if that specific thing you have that's making you be rejected, I could say that's personal, right? And it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna hurt so much, and if you're gonna cry, and you're gonna cry again after you're done crying. But the important thing is to just move on. There's always something that will align with you. And in most cases, when I look back, all the times that I've been rejected, in whichever case, it's always led me to better like opportunities and better people in terms of how healthy they were for me. Yeah. And also as you get like more experience with rejection, it's just a matter of just accepting that it's part of life, and also respecting other people's choices, even if that choice doesn't include you, you know. Yeah. And I feel like that's where, okay, let me say romantically, people who don't understand consent, now this is off topic, but people who don't understand consent have a really hard time with rejection, and that's, it's just not right, you know. So for sure rejection hurts. Hey, sina cure for rejection. Just know that you're not alone. I've experienced it too. I still experience it now, especially when it comes to like opportunities I've applied for, and it's just caused me to do a lot of evaluation and redirection, you know. And also sometimes it helps you like improve, especially when it's something professional. You're gonna be like, oh, so this is what didn't put me in the door, okay, so I'm gonna work on XYZ. And sometimes you're just like, oh, okay, so I'm not getting a job, okay, I'm gonna go into entrepreneurship. That's a positive thing, you know. Yeah. I'm really sorry if I like haven't touched on things you would have wanted me to touch on when it comes to rejection, but I'm open to if you like, maybe we can talk about this further, and maybe you can send me another DM, maybe if you want me to talk specifically about what kind of rejection. But yeah, rejection, I've experienced it all, in all forms, whether it's family, whether it's what, especially now that I'm openly queer. It's so hard, it's so freaking hard. But you know what, even before I came out of the closet, I knew that I was gonna lose some people. But at the end of the day, when it comes to picking someone else over myself, I'm gonna choose me, period. So if you wanna like not be in my life because I'm gay, that's on you, and well and good. I don't need that in my life, you know. Yeah. And that doesn't mean that it's easy. It's not easy. For some it's easy, like specifically now I'm talking about my queerness. Like it's easy to stay away from certain people because the judgment, the religious guilt tripping, like who wants to be around that anyway? So yeah, it's not a big of a loss, honestly. It's really not. The ones that hurt me are the ones that are close to me, and you know, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. It's just hard. Even rejection from church. Like, guys, rejection is just, honestly, at this point in my life, rejection is just a part of life. But one thing about it, don't stop. Don't stop trying. Unless it's like romantic and someone doesn't want you, then you can stop. But when it comes to like, maybe it's about like opportunities, or you know, doing your own thing, if it's entrepreneurship, blah blah blah, don't stop trying. Yeah. And also look for things that align with you. Make sure you're putting in the work to recognize things that are not for you, because sometimes we fight so hard to get something that's not even for us, to be honest. Yeah. Yay, this looks so good. I like green so much, so I think I'll leave all these things. I mean these leaves. Yeah, this might be half a bunch, so half zingine nikuwe na bunch moja, then nitakuwa na bunch mbili. But then guys, I don't even have vases. I don't even know where I'm gonna put these things, but we'll see. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really sorry if I haven't answered you well enough, but I'm open. Just DM me and we can talk more about it. Yeah, let me look. Okay, so someone else wanted me to talk about your experience on being a femme lesbian who's also plus size in Kenya. First of all, hey, I don't know if you're another femme lesbian who's plus size. Can you let me know, have you experienced fat phobia from the queer community? Because personally, I've experienced fat phobia so much from queer people. It's crazy. Like, we are already so hated, and you wanna hate on someone who's part of your community simply because I'm big, you know? And I've also experienced so much hate for being a femme lesbian who is now partnered with another femme lesbian. It's like, and that's both from within the community and outside the community. Some people just don't believe that femme for femme is valid, or stud for stud is valid. Like, excuse me, like, we are women, that's why we are together. It doesn't matter how we present, you know. What matters is if we love each other and, you know, the other good stuff. So yeah, but for sure my experience being a femme who's also plus size, and this ties into my first part, I've gone through so much rejection from people in the queer community who don't see you as cool enough or not skinny enough, and they won't even allow you to be non-binary or to be andro. Like, people have this idea around non-binariness and androgynousness, like you have to be skinny, you have to fit a certain, like, you know. I'm not saying I'm non-binary or that I'm andro. I identify as femme, but I know for sure there's so much fat phobia in the queer community, and it's just so sad. It's really so sad. Yeah, for sure. But I would love to hear like experiences from other people. If you are plus size and femme and queer, how is that like for you? How do you cope? Have you experienced fat phobia from queer people? Because I know I have, and a lot of it. And also like being excluded from things. Guys, it's just crazy. It's just crazy how people will treat you simply because of how you look, how your body looks, as if it's a bad thing. Come on. Sorry guys, I'm getting a bit agitated because this is so frustrating, especially when I get hate from straight people. Like, I don't take it personal, to be honest, because I'm like, whatever. But when I get hate from people we're supposed to be in community with, it hits hard and it sucks. Like, it really sucks. So yeah, guys, I think this is my first batch. Yay! I can't wait for them to bloom, because they were not like fully bloomed yet. They're starting to bloom now. So I'm sure when I put them in water, I'll put them in water and sugar and jik. Yeah, and I need to check if this video is actually recording well before I continue, because this phone has shown me shege. Yeah. So we're still good, guys. It's still recording. Like I said, I don't want to do like editing on this video, so I'm hoping everything just comes out okay, so I don't have to edit. Yeah, I hope you can still see me well as you can with these lights, but just bear with me, guys. I'm gonna get better lights. Yeah, and something else about being a femme lesbian who's also plus size. People have this idea that lesbians are people who are skinny and younger. So when you're plus size, already people assume you're way older than you are. Like for me, people usually assume that I'm older, or at least I think so. And then when they find out that you're big and you're gay, how dare you? How dare you be gay in a big body? You know, guys, I should give you guys a story time. One time when I was in high school, my second high school, I used to have this best friend. Guys, that's a story time on its own. If you want the story time, tell me. But I used to have this best friend, and people thought we were a couple, and we were not. Like, we have never been a couple. Tell me why. Kuna siku tuliitwa hapo kwa parade, tukiambiwa hawa wamama wawili wakubwa decide they are gonna be lesbians. Mind you, we are in high school. Like, maybe when people say they loved high school, they had so much fun, I can never relate, because you can never pay me enough to go back to high school or to relive that experience. I was fucking depressed. I was fucking depressed in high school, and I actually, like, guys, it was a dark time. I was actually ideating, if you know what I mean. I was ideating a lot in high school. I was going through so much bullying, and yeah, guys, if you want that story time, I'm gonna give it to you. But why, as a human being, why would you feel like someone who's big can't be a lesbian? Does that make sense? Like, do people who think like that feel like that thought makes sense? Does that make sense? What does being queer have to do with how big someone is? I'm telling you. But then, guys, let me tell you, I've built such a bubble around myself and my life that sometimes, especially now that I'm creating content and I'm sort of in the public eye, whenever I expose myself and get comments, and especially the negative ones, it's such a shock most times, because this bubble I've created is so safe. It's so safe, and people in my bubble are progressive, and they're all about guys, sorry, nimeangalia huku and I was thinking about something completely different, and then I was losing my train of thought. I'm really sorry. Yeah, people in my bubble are all about pro-choice, and love is love, and all those good vibes. And then when I step outside, sometimes the kind of hate I can see in people, the kind of homophobia I see in people, the kind of thinking some people have is just terrifying, to be honest. It's terrifying. Yeah, so that's also one thing I've experienced, being a femme lesbian who's big. And I also have another experience. Kitambo sana, after I was done with high school, I think I was in campus. There's this neighborhood friend of mine. She's masculine presenting, and for the longest time, she used to, like, try to get with me. Yeah, but it was messy, guys. It was messy because she was friends with someone I was dating at that time. I know, I have so much tea. Guys, if you want tea, ask me to spill some. Yeah, so years later, after I had broken up with that person I was seeing, who was their friend, we started being friends. And then there's this time we went to a club. We had just gone to have drinks. It wasn't even at night, it was around like 5ish after work, hizo matime, before instead mpange line ya kupanda mats yenye inakuwa refu, venye tu mtu anaingianga place anakunywa ka drink, then unaenda kupanda mats yenye hakuna line. Yeah, so that's what we were doing, since we actually lived in the same neighborhood, so we were heading home together anyway. So as we are there in the club, tell me why one of her friends comes up to her and she's like, hey Squeezy, I won't say the name, Squeezy nani umeamua ni wa mama. Guys, I'm in second year of university at that time, and hata kama ni kukua hater, like you clearly when you look at me, like ukiniangalia your time, surely okay, I don't know, some people are just stupid, so I don't know, let me not think for them. So the friend is like, let me translate. The friend was like, oh, so and so nowadays you've decided you want to be with mothers, with sugar mummies, kind of. And then what hurt me the most is this person didn't even stick up for me. It's falling. This person didn't even stick up for me. I would expect you to be more aggressive about it. I'm not saying you beat up someone, no, but I'm saying you'll be like, hey, why are you talking like that? But at that time, I wasn't matured enough to realize they couldn't stick up for me because they were probably just as bad, you know? Because if that's your person, that's your homeboy, let me say that, then these are things you talk about. This isn't the first time you've had them being fatphobic, and probably they were also fatphobic themselves. So how could I expect someone who's fatphobic to stick up for me, you know? Yeah. Guys, ever be kind. You know that person who was saying that, ever imagine the kind of madharau someone has to not only talk trash about you, but also they're talking about you while you're there, and they're doing it as if you don't even exist, as if you're not even there. Like, and mind you, this person wasn't drunk, but by the way, just be humble, learn to be humble, guys, learn to be humble and learn to be kind to people. I came across that person's account, I think it was last year, and I'm not saying karma got her, but I think karma got her, because I won't even say much, but yeah, they were really going through it, and there's no way you're gonna be let me find a better word to use. There's no way you're going to be such a spiteful, hateful person and expect that karma won't come for you. It's just what it is. Yeah, so I have so many experiences being fat and my body being used to invalidate my experiences as a queer person. Like, some people just imagine that ukiwa a lesbian, you're supposed to be skinny. And now that I'm a big lesbian, my body is big, people expect that you're gonna gravitate towards mask and skinny people. And that's not the case. By the way, guys, if you don't know, my partner and I are both femme lesbians, and we are both actually plus size, so period. Cheers to meaning off the stereotypes. Yeah. Yes. And also, like, guys, I said this video was gonna be short, but I don't think it will be short. I really don't think it will be short. Yeah, I just feel bad for the lighting, but it's okay. We work with what we have. I was about to say something. Yeah, and also being a fat, sorry, I keep saying fat, but being a plus size femme lesbian, dating or trying to date other femme lesbians, oh my god, it was just a nightmare in itself, and it wasn't easy because, again, there's that internalized like fat phobia from some other femme plus size lesbians as well, and generally just some other people in the queer community. So yeah, you might be interested in someone, but they only see skinny mask people as valid options. So that was also like a big thing. Yeah. I hope I've answered you enough. But yeah, again, for anything that I'm going to go through, if you want to talk more about it, just DM me, and yeah, I'm down for that. And thank you for wishing me happy birthday, my age mate. Yeah, shout out to you. Okay, someone else wants to know your life's greatest lessons over the years, how you have grown as a person, what you look forward to in your 28. Hey, in my 28, I look forward to so many things. I have big dreams. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm dreaming big. And it sucks to say, but I came to realize that I used to dream so small, to be honest. And it has a lot to do with, my upbringing, if I can say that. Not necessarily people who brought me up, but the kind of environment we were in. Sometimes when you come from a background that is not like comfortable, or a background that mna struggle to get things done, to get money, it can be really hard for you to dream big. It can also be the extreme opposite, and it's really easy for you to dream big, but sometimes life knock down to so many times that you even forget how big you used to dream. Because I feel like for me, I used to dream so big when I was in primary school. Hey, I had dreams, and in high school, oh my gosh. And then as life throws punches, if you're not strong enough, you just go, and your strength is getting depleted, and next time you're settling, whether it's your career, whether it's how much money you want to be making, whether it's the kind of friendships you want, whether it's the kind of partner you want to be partnered with for life, like you just start settling. And it took me a while to wake up from that, and I'm just glad I've seen the light finally, and I'm back to dreaming big. Yeah, and some of my life lessons, hey, I won't say all of them, because if I do, I won't end this video soon. But I feel like my theme for this year has been authenticity. It's been showing up as my authentic self, no matter who's gonna like me or not. Kitambo, I used to think that confidence was like putting on like a certain piece of cloth and going with it anywhere I want, and no matter how, whatever it is. And don't get me wrong, that can be confidence, it's all relative. But right now, when I think of confidence, it's more internal. Like I'm confident in who I am, and it doesn't matter who likes me or not, I'm still gonna like myself. And that's something I really struggled with in the past. And at the root of it all was a lack of acceptance of myself, and also a lack of self-love. Yeah. Yo, ice cream in my mouth, so it's not as yummy, but I'll still eat it. Yeah. And also, guys, let me know if you'd like me to do a mukbang. As I said, I've started a food business, so I can just be eating stuff I've cooked, and maybe we can do story times as I do mukbangs. Yeah, I think that would be fun. Let me know if you'd like that. Yeah, so definitely I've learned to just bet on myself. And something big I've also learned is to let go of people as soon as you realize they're not for you. I feel like, kwanza this past year, I've been holding on to some friendships, not this past year, like this past year is when I made that decision that I won't be holding on to things that don't align with me. Like some of those friends you have that you can only do certain things with. Like for example, how people say you should have friends for partying, you should have friends for XYZ, you should have friends for this. I don't know, guys, that doesn't work for me, because I always feel like I'm being deceitful, and I always feel like I'm bringing different Michelles to the conversation whenever I'm hanging out with such different people. And I'm feeling so grateful because the universe has really given me amazing friends in the past year, and I've also been able to let go of some friendships that were just not for me, and some of them were really amazing people, but we just were not aligning, you know. And that was hard, but it was harder to stay in such friendships where you don't feel prioritized. You feel like you have to be a different person so that you can be cool enough to hang out with this person, you know. The kind of friends I have now are people I can invite to my place, even if I don't have XYZ, and we're just okay. Even if we're gonna sit on the floor or the rooftop or where, we're gonna be fine, and we're just gonna laugh. And yeah, that reminds me I need to call my friend for a sleepover. Yeah, so that has also been one thing. I'm really sorry, by the way, this video is just me talking up, down, rambling this topic to the next, but yeah, just stay with me and we're just vibing. Yeah, so something else that maybe I've missed, another thing I've learned over the years, it doesn't matter how much you give, it doesn't matter how much you sacrifice. At the end of the day, you have to choose yourself, because the people you are sacrificing things for and you're giving your life away for, you are never gonna be enough. You will never be enough. If someone, like for example, I don't want to get too personal, but I'm going to use my sexuality as an example. I knew I was queer from my very, very young age, from primary school. And although like I wasn't like, okay, let me not say that, but although I wasn't in a relationship in primary school, I knew I was queer from a very, very young age. And so throughout my life, there were always glimpses of my queerness. But I learned to shut it down. I learned to suppress it so I can fit in, so I can make people around me proud of me and accepting of me. But at the end of the day, it will never be enough. If someone chooses to be in your life, let it be because they love how amazing you are, and even with your flaws, they accept you and they decide to love you regardless. But the moment you have to abandon yourself, because that used to be me abandoning myself, abandoning my needs, my wants, abandoning who I was, abandoning my attraction. The moment you have to abandon yourself to fit into someone else's life, then maybe it's time to reevaluate or set up some boundaries. Yeah. And it's really hard, but imagine, just choose yourself. If a career in being a pilot is what you want, it doesn't matter what anyone else around you wants, whether they want you to be a doctor, they want you to be a masseuse, they want you to be wale watu wanarukanga kwa ndege na parachute, it doesn't matter. Just do you, go after what you want, and you know, it doesn't matter how much you're gonna sacrifice to be seen. If someone doesn't want to value you as your own person, being who you are, with your quirks, with your flaws, with whatever kind of sexual attraction you have, that's consensual, of course, and sane and safe, of course, then they're never gonna accept you, and it's that simple. And it will always be one thing after the other. It's like uambiwe uoshe hapa, ni kama venye tukua, okay guys, I don't want to be personal in this video, but it's never gonna be enough. This time you're gonna be told, don't wear that masculine stuff whenever you're around XYZ. Okay, next time it's gonna be do XYZ. Okay, now you see you've sacrificed your self-expression through how you dress. Next time it's gonna be something else. You're gonna be told, now I want you to do XYZ, and then you sacrifice that. Next time it's, now I want you to get married, and then you do that. Now I want you to have kids. Now I want you to blah blah blah. It's never going to be enough. and no one is coming to rescue you. You have to choose yourself. You have to choose yourself. You have to decide, you know what, it's my life. Everyone has their life. People around me have their life, especially when it's coming from older people who have already made their mistakes, and sadly some of them want to live through you. Yeah, just choose yourself. It's hard, but choose yourself. There's no reward for sacrificing yourself to be accepted by others. Imagine there's no reward. Yeah, it might seem like there's a reward through that acceptance, but that's love, that kind of acceptance, it's so conditional. And the moment you just go against the norm, they won't remember all those sacrifices you made. You're gonna be right back at square zero. And it won't matter whether you got married because they told you to get married. It won't matter what you did for them. You're still gonna be the evil person. So just live your life and be happy. And if it comes to you versus someone else, choose yourself. Of course, if you have children, that's different. You have to take care of children that you bring into this world, in whatever form that could be, whether it's giving them up for adoption, of which in Kenya I don't feel like that's a safe option. So I thought this was an insect. I was ready to scream. Anyway guys, sorry I've gone all around, but yeah, that was like a really good lesson for me. I've learned to accept myself, and just the way I am enough. And some people will accept me as I am, and some people won't, and that's fine. And for sure, I'm not sacrificing any more things for anyone. No one, especially when it comes to abandoning myself. That's what I mean. Like sacrifices that require you to abandon yourself. I'm not doing that anymore. And that has caused me to have so many rifts with so many people. But also, it's the happiest I've ever been in my 28 years of living. So yeah, this is what we will continue doing. Guys, I've been talking for 62 minutes. Oh my god, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, so something else I'm looking forward to in my next year. Should I tell you guys? I mean, yeah, it's public knowledge, so I'm looking forward to getting married. My partner and I are actually fiancés. Yeah, I need to do my nails. I've been saying I'll do my nails for like 2 months now. Yeah, my partner and I are actually fiancés, so I'm really looking forward to becoming a wife, yeah, and to having a wife. Like, I feel like that's gonna be so cool. Yeah, guys, the lights are dimming. I'm sweating. Not sweating actually, I'm oily. Yeah, I'm just oily, so just bear with me. Someone else said 28 lessons, share them. Let me do a separate video on that, because if I start talking about that, guys, you've already seen how this video is going. We won't finish. Yeah, I hope I didn't leave any on that screen. I took screenshots and now I'm just going through them. Okay, let's see. Someone else asked, actually these lights are about to go off. I hope they don't. I really hope they don't, but in case they do, I'm still intending to post this video, and since I'm not editing, it won't take me much to just upload. Yeah. So someone else says, honestly, is there anything that scares you in your relationship? First of all, I am anxiously attached. Right now, I feel like I've moved more towards secure attachment, but I'm not 100% there yet. And that means that, especially in the beginning, I used to have so many fears. It's a long distance relationship. What if my partner meets someone else who's cool, who's intelligent, who's beautiful, blah blah blah. Like that used to be something I thought about once or twice, but honestly I didn't think about it that much, if I'm being honest. And I feel like that's the one thing that maybe used to scare me then. And something else that scared me more was with the distance, especially because my partner hadn't been in a long distance relationship before. Well, not as much of a distance as we are in now. I was like, what if they get tired? What if like this is just too hard, you know? But guys, it's all about meeting the right person. You're gonna make it work. And what makes it easier for us is that we have goals and we intend to like end the distance, so that keeps us like grounded, you know. And the most important thing is we trust each other so much. So yeah, I never like, it's not something that keeps me up at night because I really trust my partner so much. Yeah, and I love them so much. I'm so obsessed with my partner, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but I am. Yeah, so guys, I don't think hizi lights zinarudi. They are dim. They're just doing this. When I edit, I'll try and add light on this section. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Not even one bit. So let me move to the next question. What are some of the things you tell your 20-year-old self? I feel like I've already like mentioned those a bit, but definitely I would tell myself to stop abandoning myself to please other people. I would tell myself to be willing to walk away from things that don't serve me, whether it's friendships, relationships. I would tell myself to bet on myself more. And number 4, I would tell myself to stop talking negatively about myself, because that negative self-talk, it sticks in your subconscious and it really affects your life. Yeah. Let me see, is there any other question? No, there's no other question, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm really sorry about the lights, guy. Leo usiku we won't have lights. So anyway, it's okay, we keep it moving regardless. I'm really thankful for everyone who decided to watch this video, and I know it was a bit of a short one and I didn't really have structure. I was just going up, down, left, right, whatever I remember I just add it. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who had a question for me, and I'm gonna do another video and maybe a sit down. Also, let me know if you want story times and mukbangs. And yeah, thank you so much for supporting this channel. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And yeah, till next time, guys. Bye bye.